recording.
Good evening, everybody.
Happy
It's
Tuesday.
Tuesday Night Live.
What day is it anyway? The 13th.
It's Tuesday.
It's
Tuesday because it's Pink Cuddle Night.
It's Pink Cuddle Night. That's what night it is.
It sounds like Pink Cuddle.
That would be cute too.
Little Pink Cuddle Night. Yeah.
We all need some pink cuddles, I
I
think.
could do
right
some
now.
pink cuddling.
Hey, you know what happens on Saturday? Who knows? Who knows what happens on Saturday?
Oh, I do.
Okay, well, who else besides Susan knows what's happening on Saturday?
I
Is
know
it
y'all know.
Beauty sesh?
What was that?
Go ahead,
The beauty
Mary.
sesh? Saturday
Oh,
morning?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
What else
The
happened?
date is the 17th. What happens on
Last day to order our lookbook.
Already did it. Done. Check it off.
That's been on my to-do list for about 5 days.
You know,
So,
Kim and I were talking about that earlier, that she thinks about 75% of her holiday lookbooks never arrived at her customers. I need to follow up because I've asked a couple of mine and they said, no, I never got it. So that's on my list tomorrow, to reach out to everyone to confirm did they get it or not.
okay. Yeah.
If we,
Have you found that before? Where they've never really.
I don't know. Mine's here. Mine came from me.
Yeah, I got mine too, but I've asked a couple customers and they were like, no, I never got one. I'm like, okay. And then Kim confirmed hers too. She had the same problem with a couple of her customers.
I still don't have my pink bicycle.
Oh,
Too cold
really?
to ride it. Yeah, I did confirm that, and they said, "Oh yeah, yours was like the third batch of them out." I'm like, "Are you kidding? Like midnight on the day that you could order it, I did." So, whatever. It's all good. Welcome everybody. We got a little sidetracked there, but we thought it would be fun tonight to talk about what's the name of it tonight? Get the word out. That's right. How to get the word out about your holiday sales. Obviously, last week, you guys, I'm so proud of y'all. We had a really great turnout. And I'd just like to note, have you had some good results from that, from your guest? Nora did. Very good. Tell us about it, Nora. Anybody want to crow about last week's party? And
Yeah, I had a mother-daughter that were on the same time. I'm realizing, I don't think I told you they were in there, but at any rate, they were taking a walk around their town and put the Zoom on, so they kept their camera off, but listened to it all. And both of them texted me orders that night. Combined, it was about 250.
awesome.
And then one more thing I have to crow about. So I've been doing the census, right? And
Yeah.
I've been occasionally, dropping a business card and grabbing a name discreetly because, I'm on government time, not supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. So
Because
one
no
woman,
government officials ever do anything
oh, I know, but
that's
you
not
know me.
government related.
You know me. Don't break the rules. I can't break the rules. So one woman in particular, she texted me that night and said that she would really like for me to come over, do something with her daughter who was 14. So I went there Saturday, did an in-person double facial. Oh my gosh, I'd forgotten how to pack for it because it's been so long. I now have a new miracle set and a new botanical customer. She booked a follow-up appointment and had already texted her neighbors. So I already have a party booked in November. So like I joked with Paul, census ended today, but if this keeps going, I have residual income from the census.
That's right.
Not a bad thing.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations. Well, I know that Kim had at least $200 in sales from last week. So I was thrilled. I thought it went over really well. And I hope you guys have posted the video. Oh, Teresa, you're muted, honey.
I'm sorry, I keep jumping in.
No, you were
How do
muted.
I don't,
Okay. If you can't be there, just real quick, Betty, if you can't be there, don't forget to watch the replay. And you guys, you can take the link from the replay and text it out to your customers or post it in your group page if you want your customers to watch the replay. I know Susan and I both do it, and I think many of you do it every week, but make sure that you're showing them that we're the kinds of stuff that we're doing. And, that's a 30-minute recording. So make sure that even if you miss it, you don't go, oh, darn, I missed it. It's still there. You can watch the recording and you can still share it. Betty, what did you want to say?
I don't know for sure if I ever have anybody or not. How do I find out?
Well, you should be able to see on here, but sometimes people will just say iPhone. They don't have their name on there, but I would think
ask people to RSVP to you and then follow up after and say, did you happen to catch the program? I didn't see your name, but I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss you. And that they say, no, I wasn't on, somebody that you thought might be on with us, then just say, well, I'll just shoot you the replay so you can watch it later. So that'd be a great thing to do. But I think, just the only ones that you wouldn't know are the ones, there might be 2 or 3 that say iPhone or whatever. And those, so you just want to, I think it's what you do before and what you do after to follow up and say, hey, were you on with us? I wasn't sure if that was you or somebody else.
Well, like we have 11 participants tonight, but I only see 4 names on here.
Oh, well, it just depends on how you're seeing it, speaker view or the whole thing, because up at the top you should be able to, there's a little arrow that you can click and see everybody else that's on.
Click, what if you see, you need to click it and change it to gallery view. It click up at the top right hand.
Okay.
Can you see that? And then
Okay.
Betty, are you on your phone or on a laptop or an iPad?
I'm on laptop.
Okay. Oh, all right.
okay. Did that help?
Okay.
I like gallery view because you can see everybody on the same page instead of scrolled up across the top. So if it says speaker view on the top, that's not what you're watching. That's to click to get to speaker view. So when you're seeing everybody in the what is it? What's the squares game?
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares, then that is gallery view, and that really is where you can see everybody's name if they put their name. But they could choose to say not put a name, and that's where you're going to see iPad or MacBook or whatever. So
well, let's go ahead and get started with tonight's topic, which is get the word out and how to market your holiday business. Clearly last week we got a good start letting people know, and posting the video is really good, but we've been talking a little bit too about we call it dripping, have a drip campaign to where you're putting little notices in email or text or on your Facebook private group just to keep it in front of people. And then I'm going to turn it to you, Teresa, because I know that you've been working on your pictures, as have I. We've taken a lot of the things that we have started putting together, and we've taken some cute pictures of them. And then you can drop those into your Facebook group. And just, it's kind of a teaser to let people know what's coming. So using Scipio and Facebook and texting and email. So Teresa, I know you worked on this a lot today, and I'd love for you to tell a little bit about what you've been doing.
yeah, the first thing I want to, we talked a little bit about this a couple of weeks ago, but cleaning up your customer list, going into my customers and cleaning up your customer list. And I am the first to admit that I can't delete a customer. So I had like 500 customers in there, and I don't have 500 customers, but if somebody has passed, I can't delete them. If, and somebody who's ordered from me, and maybe, whatever, I just have a real hard time. Well, duh. You don't have to delete anybody. You can archive them. So all of their information is still accessible to you. What they ordered, because I'm always thinking, well, what if after 10 years she comes back and decides she wants to order from me again? I need her records. That's just me. That's just the way I am. But it made me feel really good to I probably spent maybe 30, 45 minutes in my customers, and everybody, I printed out a list of everybody who's ordered from me in the past 12 months. and I printed that out from UnitWise, but you could do that from any, whatever program you're using to maintain your customers. And I hope that you're using something, but I printed out that list. And if they haven't ordered from me in 12 months, I archived them. Because there still may be somebody that only orders once every, 14, 15 months, just real, she orders 10 mascaras every 18 months and that's all she does. And I've got clients that are like that, but doesn't mean that I lost all of her information. Just means when she orders, I'll unarchive her. So that was like a huge burden off my brain to completely clean up. So now when I look at my customers, it is a clean list. And if you haven't done Scipio yet, then you want to do that before you do Scipio. So when Scipio integrates with my customers, when you first set it up, it'll only bring in your clean customer list. Does that make sense to everybody? Because if you do Scipio after, which is what I did and what Susan did, because we already had Scipio, I had to then go in and delete all those people in Scipio as well. Now, what I was told was, and you guys, the customer service with Scipio is so wonderful. I cannot tell you that I'm real good at Scipio yet. I'm still learning all kinds of stuff. But if I've got a question, I just shoot it to them in Facebook or on my Scipio page, that little help, and they get right back to you. I mean, I had the answer that night, and they just said, once I would have to delete them from Scipio as well, but once I've deleted them, they won't ever repopulate. So that, it'll only be clean. So that's the first thing, is clean up your customer list. That just will make a big difference in seeing who you're working with and, exactly being real with yourself. It's not being real with yourself when you see 500 customers there.
I know.
Now I'm being real with myself. So that's really important. So that was the first thing that I did. And then I started just taking pictures of my putting together our gift sets, figuring out, we've kind of gone through all of that, figuring out what we want to use as gift sets, and having something in the 10 to 15 to 15 to 25 and 25 and up range, so that you've got a little selection for everybody but not too much. So doing that, and then wrapping one of every single one of those. So that's kind of the process that got us to today. And what I found out, because I had taken the pictures kind of quickly, I didn't go around and do my typical setup and put a beautiful backdrop down, and I didn't do that. I just wanted to take them real quick. A lot of them I was holding. But what I found out, and I know some of you are going to roll your eyes and think, well, I can't learn this stuff, and this stuff just, but Canva, really and truly, it's very easy to use. It's very user-friendly, and there's a lot of help in there as well. So if you've got a problem or a question, but you just don't have to do anything difficult. But what I found in Canva, and Susan told me this, with the paid version of Canva, which is you get the first 30 days free, and then it's like $10 a month, $9.95 a month, which it's so worth it. I will tell you, if you want to do any kind of picture, any kind of flyer, you can really be creative in Canva. But what you can do in seconds is take the entire background out of a picture. So for instance, and I probably could show you.
I can share a screen real quick.
Yeah, do that and show the difference between what it looked like before and what it looked like after.
Well, clearly, I didn't just have my head bobbled here. Can you see that? I've got my save the date. That's a picture that we use all the time in our promotions, and I just took this picture, of my head here, and I went up here to effects and hit background remover, and then it's just my head. So it's very clever the way that works. And then you can go over here, and I did the search in the pictures for Santa hat and just drop that on my head, and for present. And it's very simple and very clever to do. And this is what I then posted. You guys have probably seen, because I think you're all on my Beauty Lounge page. And this is what I will also send out through text in Scipio. So this is just to save the date. And at this point, if you're open house, or if you're going to do something, on that first weekend of November, it's time to get some notice out and start dropping a little reminder every week between now and then. And it could be some cute little thing. So that's mine. Okay, so Canva is definitely cool. And it took me a while for Teresa to convince me to do it. And I'm not as good at it as she is, but it is a really, really clever and inexpensive way to have a really neat, what do you call it? It's not word processing, but photo kind of cool program.
And I will, hang on, I'll do this too. I'll show you something. I wasn't quite that ready for desktop. All right, well, this is what I posted. Are you seeing? I guess you are seeing this. I went into my Lifestyle and Beauty Lounge and I created an album and I put in it, because I think I'm not going to do a flyer this year. So I just put all of the products in the album that, and I'll use these individually to like text out to people. I'll send them a couple of things, but you could see, well, this keeps dropping down. Sorry. That makes me crazy. Susan, you do that so much better than, see, you've got your, I have mine. All right. So for instance, this blissful snowman had all kinds of stuff behind it. I mean, it was just a cruddy picture that I snapped really quick, but I took all the background out and then dropped it in one of their backgrounds and then just put the text that I want. And same thing with that, it was sitting in a basket. So I just clicked, take out the background and it just did it immediately. There's my hand. And then on the Canva backdrop. And they have hundreds of them, probably thousands, and they're so cute, and it took me to do all this. I did all of this pretty much today. I did a couple of things yesterday, just kind of playing around with it, but probably took me about 3 hours today, maybe total. And that's only because I stopped.
Have puppies.
Yeah, I have other things and I just, I wanted to get it done. That was my main thing. So, and that will just come in handy again to post, to email, to text, and just keep it in front of people. And then my invitation, I put my invitation in there, and then tomorrow I'll text out my invitation. And then like Susan said, you can schedule in Scipio. I don't know if the free version you can. Does anybody aware if you can? Okay, you can schedule, good. And so you can, if you want to really be ahead of the game, you can actually come up, you can take a Saturday morning where you're not doing anything, or maybe after we have our Saturday morning thing, and then after that, but just go on and figure out when you would like to do reminders, and do little reminders like, did you check out, or have you seen, or have you heard, or have you finished your gift shopping yet? Hope you're coming. Haven't seen your SVP. Cute little things like that with some fun and with some humor. There's a lot of things. Who is it? The guy that's real sexy looking guy that says, "Hey girl, have you finished?"
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Exactly. Hey girl, have you done your Christmas shopping yet? That kind of stuff. And so
and a short little Facebook Live. Hey, I'm so excited. Get on there with your jingle bells and say, "Oh my gosh, Santa's elves are busy working in my office. Can't wait to see you." And at the very least, you guys use this year as an experiment just to see. That's what Kathy did last year. She was, I wonder what would happen if I really did some reminders, that it wasn't just, the old-fashioned postcard in the mail and expect them to put it on the refrigerator and remember. You know how often you get reminders from Kohl's and Macy's and all through the season. Do you get mad at them or think they're pestering you? No. You just expect them to let you know that there's something great going on. So that's how that works.
You have nails?
Oops, I'm hearing somebody. I don't know. I think there we go. So we just really want to get you thinking about that, and you don't have to use Canva and think, oh my gosh, now I've got this whole new thing I have to learn. No, you don't. Take a picture of your hand holding it. It's fine. Take a picture of it sitting on your counter. I'm trying to think if I'll share if I can. Teresa, you talk while I try to figure out if I've got some more pictures to share.
Here's the thing. Don't get all hung up. We've been doing this for 30 plus years, you guys. Not this, but we've been working Christmas and holidays, and gosh knows how many different ways there are to work the holidays. But right now, I know we're going through a whole different mindset and scenario, and whether people want to come to your home or not. But I just know that if I get my act together, I am reaching out and touching people, and the residual that comes from that for the next 6 months, honestly. And it's a way for me to close out limited edition or discontinued products that I've gotten over the years. And they love coming. Most people will come and most of my Christmas orders come beforehand by taking pictures and posting this stuff, and they say, oh, I need those hand creams in the stockings, and I need some of those set. Those orders really will a lot of times come beforehand. They'll come shopping for themselves, and they'll come shopping your sale table if you've got closeout stuff. And if you only have 2 people come or 3 people, that's cool. You got it together, so then you keep on selling, because Christmas is not till December 25th, and there's a lot of people that are still purchasing and buying all the way up until the 24th, especially the guys. Okay, so
here's my picture. I was just gonna say, this is just my kitchen counter. Okay, my little snowman. I showed this last Tuesday with the little things hanging on it. So I just used my kitchen counter that has this backdrop. So find a little place and take pictures. Like if I delete that off of there, let's see, what else do I have on here? Okay, see, I'm just in here to show you guys. I'm not making a post with it, but those are just some ways that I wrapped the Shea hand cream. So the hand wash. So this is something that you can do. It's very simple. My family was laughing because they go, what are you doing, having a photo shoot? And I'm like, yeah. And I'd be over there like, smile, and of course there's nothing to smile, but, and so just putting your things together and then setting them up in something cute. Your display, if you go ahead and put your display together, it's probably not too early, especially if you're not using your dining room between now and then. And go ahead and set up your display and take a picture. This is how I will display these. So it's fun. The main point tonight is we wanted to pique your interest about Scipio and Canva and show you how these could work for you, and to encourage you to have a strategy for communicating with your customers through these wonderful applications like Scipio and Canva to keep you in the front of their mind as a gift source this year. Okay? Sending them a letter. Kathy sends a letter. She does that to her top 20% of her customers. Now, if you've got 10 customers, that's only 2 people, so I probably wouldn't do that. But you can do all 10. Yeah, do it all 10. So there's that. There's texting. There's email. So everybody communicates in different ways. There's Facebook Live. Just hit them all and have your date set. Hopefully we've got you already thinking that and getting some gifts together. So
who has questions? Anybody have questions?
I do.
Okay, Betty does.
I do.
Okay.
You know how technology is with me, but I have been working the last 2 days, and I got a little folder put together. So I kind of wanted to show you that this is the first page, and then you open it up, and I have taken pictures of all of my different
Betty,
things.
that's darling.
Yeah. And then on the back, I've got, pictures of all of our fragrances and prices and stuff like that. So it's no big deal, but if anybody can do it.
I think it is. I think that's pretty awesome. Look at Jenny. She's like, dang.
You're right. You just got to dive into it and figure out that it's just not, sometimes we're just scared of the unknown, and we get in there and we go, well, how do I do this? Or how do I do, and in any program that you use, be it Scipio, Scipio has tons of support. Like I said, there's a Scipio Facebook group for Mary Kay, and I'll just sometimes get in there and just see what questions people are asking. I'm like, oh, that's good. That's good to know. That's information. So I'll get on there. Scipio has a YouTube for Mary Kay with like basic Scipio training that's really good. And then on the Scipio homepage, when you bring up your Scipio app or or if you're doing on the computer, there's like training videos all on there. So it's not that hard of a program to use the basics. But then if you want to delve in and do campaigns, which I have no clue.
So is this it, Scipio, for beauty consultants and directors?
Yep, that's it. And there's so much good stuff. And they have they actually almost several days a week, they have like a Zoom room that you can get in and just ask questions and listen to other people ask questions. Right. See,
Okay.
Zoom room closed. It was closed today.
Am I in this group? It's got invite. I guess I'm in here.
Yeah, anybody can get in. It's an open group.
Oh,
it's
okay.
a private group.
Well, it's
No,
private. It's got 3,000 members.
yeah, it's a private group. So you've got to be in it. It's for you to be able to invite anybody.
Okay. All right. So I'm in.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
just need to follow it. So I'll go over
Why don't
here.
y'all, somebody invite me?
I'll invite you, Betty.
Okay.
Betty Williams. There you are. Is that you? No, wait a minute. Is
There's
that
two
you, Betty?
Yes,
Okay. Betty
the
Williams.
second one.
Okay. The second one, oh, I invited the first one, so I don't know who that was.
That was
Well,
the
she
other
probably-
Betty Williams. That's her alter ego.
He probably wants to be in also.
Dang it, Betty. Is it which one?
Okay, now it's the first one.
Well, I invited the second. Okay, whatever.
Same person.
Okay. So somebody else is gonna go, why would I be part of this beauty consultant group? But anyway, that's good to know. Okay.
Great information there. And the same thing, like I said, with Canva, to do the basics with Canva is not hard. You can do so much more with it than the basics, but just to get in, do a picture, do a little flyer, do a little invite. Then, I mean, and most of the time I just use a template that's already there and I just change out my information or maybe change out the colors. So anyway,
How they spell that?
Canva,
Canva?
canva.com.
Okay, I've got
And
it.
I've been using Canva, the free version Canva, for probably 3 years. So you don't have to have the paid version, but I decided I love that taking out the background. I mean, that was already worth it in and of itself, and having access to all the pictures, all the fonts, everything that's there. So, anytime you need a quick little flyer for something or something you want to post and you want to cutesy it up, that's for Canva. So again, don't get hung up though. Do something, reach out to Susan or me if you have questions you need, if you need help coming up with a strategy. But even now more than ever, I do believe that people are going to love just saying, yeah, these are the gifts I need. You take care of it. That way they don't have to go shopping. They don't want to go shopping. They don't have to get out and about. And we don't know what the next month or 2 months are going to be like. And so I think this is going to be something. I just posted those pictures on my customer page and I'm already getting comments and remarks. So you guys, they need us. And you've got stuff on your shelf. Don't get hung up on, I don't have a hand cream. Well, find something else. Find things in your shelf, clear it off, wrap it up, make it cute, put it in a basket, and sell it.
Let's sell some Mary Kay. How about that? There's
Yep.
a novel idea.
That'd be a good idea.
Well, now I'm excited about it, and I think my time would be best spent doing this than watching Schitt's Creek. So I'll save that for when I'm sleepy tonight. Okay, I'm gonna get working on my Canva pictures right now.
All
So
right.
you guys can do it too.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
coming.
guys.
If you have other questions, just let us know. All right. Good night.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.